5 years removed from Superstorm Sandy, thousands of Ocean Countyans continue to battle back to lives of normalcy. The scars of 2012 are gradually fading. Summertime visitors are flocking back to spots they've missed. Nonetheless, 2017 brought its share of high points and low points and tumult to the county. Drug addiction, highway deaths, culture clash, just to name a few. Overseeing it all from his office in downtown Toms River is Ocean County Freeholder Director Joe Vicari, who joins us now for a glance back at 2017 and a look ahead to 2018. Thanks for coming in.
You know, it's my pleasure to be here. A lot of good things happened in 2017 that I just want to share with the people of Ocean County. And it was an outstanding year as far as many new programs. But I would also want to really thank the people of Ocean County for giving me a major victory in this election in 2017. It's one of the biggest margins, not only that I would buy, but also probably in the state of New Jersey when there were some losses with the Republican Party. And I attribute that to a couple of things. And one is our professional staff, as far as coming up with some excellent programs, also looking forward to what's taking place, not only for next year, for the next 5 years. And we have made major changes in a lot of programs, the way we do business in Ocean County. And I just want to share that with the people of Ocean County today, because it's a great honor that they gave me, not only to get reelected, but also serving as Director of the Board of Freeholders for 2017.
Freeholder, business and tourism is your stock in trade more than anything else. You're most known for that. Are you seeing the numbers going back up, and are you seeing new business development in the 5 years since the storm?
No question about it. It's $4.7 billion a year just in Ocean County. And we have about 70,000 people that are involved with that. And I'll tell you why that's so important, because 95% of all the businesses are small businesses. Mom and dad businesses, a few people here, 2 or 3 people working. And that's what America is all about, the local businesses. And I do not only tourism and business development, but also this time of the year, buy locally. 12 months a year, the local businesses in our county, in all 33 towns, need the support of the people to buy things in local stores. Because sometimes I know people go online and they enjoy it, but you know something, our local stores are competitive. You can bring it back, you can talk to a person, and that's going to be a serious problem for us as we deal in the future with the retail businesses.
Can you discuss some of the initiatives that the county undertook this year to generate business and to help small businesses open up?
Well, I think one most important thing is that we have matching funds for advertising with small businesses. We have a tourism advisory board where we bring people in. We're one of the few counties that do that because we listen to what has to be done. It changes very rapidly as far as what's taking place with the tourism. But we meet with the local businesses, and you know, it's a very diverse county. Whether you go to Long Beach Island or Seaside Heights or Point Pleasant Beach or any other area. So we're very diverse in dealing with the local business organizations such as Chambers of Commerce. They're very, very important to us. And I go and I say, look, what can I do to help you to improve your businesses, to bring more people back, and to bring people into Ocean County? For an example, the Joint Base, very important to us. We want them to come and enjoy the tourism business. We try to advertise not only in New Jersey, but outside of New Jersey, and even as far as Canada, to bring the people in. My job as a county freeholder is to bring more money and jobs into Ocean County. For every dollar that's spent in tourism, it generates 7 times around, spinning around. They buy a hamburger, they get gasoline, and it goes back and forth, and that's very, very important to us. So again, I've always enjoyed working with the tourist industry, very important to us. Even after the Superstorm, we're still going up every single year, which goes to show the local initiatives. You know, America is opportunities, and that's what it means with tourism. It's opportunities for the regular guy that wants to go into business with his family, and we're very successful in Ocean County.
The advertising matching grant has been around for a while, but it's probably one of your biggest secrets. I mean, we've talked about it before, but it's always there, and it just seems to be covered up a lot of times. Tell us a little bit about how that works.
Well, once a year they put an application in, and whatever the grant is up to a certain amount, depending on what the grant is, we match it. And the purpose of that is to advertise, and not just the summertime. We're trying to go from a 12-month tourist industry to a 52-week a year. So we bring people in for special events. For example, St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Columbus Day Parade, different activities that take place throughout the county. So we want people to come into the county continuously, especially in the wintertime. I mean, there's a lot of great things that are happening in there, from the aquarium to, you know, just taking a walk in Iron Beach State Park sometimes in the wintertime. It's a great thing.
The other department that you've overseen since before you were eligible for it is senior services. That is a multi-million-dollar investment, and I think it bears scrutiny now for the future because it's turning into 2018 very rapidly, and we've got a census coming up in 2020. A lot of what happens in the census is going to dictate what happens to those services.
You know, my favorite job that I do as an advocate by the federal government is for senior citizens, the frail, the elderly, and disabled. And I take it very serious. Of all the things that I do every single day is when you call the county, you get a person, you can come in and talk to someone. We have almost 170,000 senior citizens, 25,000 caregivers, and we have major issues. And I am committed, above politics, Democrat or Republican, that no senior citizen in Ocean County will go hungry. And our home delivered meals, for an example, very successful. And in the middle of the year, going back last year, we put an extra $250,000 into it, even though it wasn't in the budget. Why? Because we had seniors on a waiting list. If a senior's in the hospital for one day, I can feed them for one full year. We want our seniors to live with dignity and self-respect, not in a hospital, not in a nursing home, but in your own home. And we work very, very hard with that. The biggest initiative I took this year with senior citizens, we expanded the Southern Service Center on Route 72 in Manahawkin. We're making it bigger, we can serve more people, and it's not just serving food, it's socialization. We're going to put TV sets in there, they can come, they can talk to their friends, and if there's an emergency like the last Superstorm, or if there's a nor'easter, it's also an evacuation center. So we can prepare meals on site, up to 1,000 meals over there, and during the Superstorm, we had the National Guard there. We were landing helicopters. So we're putting a lot of money into it. It's going to open up in about 6 months. It's a great location, and that's going to show what we do as far as thinking ahead, not only for senior citizens, but to serve the entire county of Ocean as far as if there was another natural disaster. So, you know, if you look all over the United States, there's always a time and place, there's always a disaster taking place, but we are prepared. We are the second largest county, land-wise, in the state of New Jersey, number 6 in population. But in the summertime, our population goes to 1.3 million. So we go from 580,000 to 1.3 million, and we are always prepared.
You've done all this with an austerity budget, by and large. You've cut staff where you've had to. Expanding senior services, expanding the Southern Center, do you have the staff to cover it?
Well, you know, people are working harder, we're working smarter. Going back during the Great Recession, we cut back about 240 people. And the only people we hired back or created new jobs was in law enforcement. We had a new jail, the prosecutor, sheriff's department. So we've been very careful, and that's one of the reasons why we had a slight tax decrease in the tax rate this year, was because of the cuts that we did make. And you know, it's very difficult. The main issue right now, not only in Ocean County, state of New Jersey, in the United States, it's taxes. But people want two things. They want low taxes, but they want the services. And that's why I'm so proud to say that with senior citizens, they get the services that they need and they're entitled to. They worked hard all their lives, they went through the Great Depression, and they send their children to school, they pay their bills. Now sometimes they need some help. And our seniors are not only 80, 85, they're in the 90s. And we're not going to go and say, well, it's not our responsibility. And I'm not going to point a finger and say, well, it's the state of New Jersey, it's the federal government. They are living in Ocean County, and they will not go hungry, and we'll do everything possible to help our senior citizens. And of course, it's incorporated our veterans. We have 68,000 veterans today in Ocean County, the largest number in the entire state of New Jersey. And we have a high sensitivity, not only myself, but all 5 members of the Board of Freeholders, for those 2 areas.